Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Benny Martin, and welcome to tonight's A New Year, a New You. I was just saying before I press record, please throw in the comments, what is it doing where you live weather-wise today? Because it seems to be wild across the country. So I'm going to introduce myself, then we're going to get started. Tonight, we are going to be talking about um, really some health products that have made a huge difference in my life and the life of many people on this call tonight. And it is a new year. And a new year, we tend to set some goals or a vision for the year. I know Trent, my partner, and I have reset and refocused for our health with some clean eating, movement, and high quality supplements. So we're really excited to kick off the new year. So my name is Benny Martin, and I live on Vancouver Island. If you've never been to Vancouver Island, you should come visit. I may be biased, but it is one of the most beautiful places that I have traveled in all the world. It's a little snowy right now, and we don't normally get snow. So I don't recommend coming at this moment, but come visit us another time. Um, I live here with my 8-year-old Maverick, and if you are wondering, he was named after Top Gun, and he does live up to his name. So you may see him dart by at any moment. One of the joys of working from home and being able to jump on Zoom with you guys here tonight. For those of you who don't know, I've been in the direct sales world for 9 years, and I've been a top leader for 9 years. I absolutely love this industry. I've earned, I think, over 10 incentive trips. Yeah, as I said, I just am really passionate about this kind of work and making a difference. Before that, I was in social services for 10 years. And one thing that both of those have in common is I love helping people. And that is what we are here to do tonight. So I'm going to jump right on in and share my screen. And then we are going to have some amazing people jump on and share with us as well. All right. Let me know if you guys can see that. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. Try and get it to full screen. All right, we're just going to go with it like this. Okay, so the products we're talking about tonight are a company called Ternaunt. And I don't know about anybody else here, but it actually took me a couple of weeks just to be able to pronounce the word. And it's actually an old term that stands for to change life with stealth. And that is exactly what it did for me. I felt a difference in about 2 weeks. And that for me was pretty profound. So we're going to hear more about that tonight. A little bit more kind of about the company. We're an Inc. 500 company, which is a pretty big deal in the business world. And our mission is pretty big. It is to impact 1 billion lives for good in the first 30 years. When I first heard that, I thought, wow, that is a pretty cool mission to have for a company. We have innovative, high impact health products, as well as a wealth education side as well. So we have a few pillars here. And as it is the new year, I feel like most people have 2 goals. Anybody want to guess those 2 goals? Throw it in the comments. It's usually health and wealth. So we have an amazing line of health products. We also have wealth tools, and then we also have a very high commitment to giving back to our community and leaving it better than when we found it. So those are the 3 pillars of the company. We're going to mostly focus on the health products tonight, and then a little bit on the business a little later on tonight. So about those health products, we have a few different categories. So throw in the comments, like, what is your health goal for this year? Is it your gut health? Is it energy? Is it overall wellness? Is it releasing weight? I know for myself, it's a little bit of all of those things. And one of the things about health is there's always the next level to get to, and there's always something different that comes along with the aging process as well. So we're going to kind of focus on each category tonight, but first I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what sets these products apart from other products that you might find in the store. When I was first kind of learning about Trinot's products and why are they working so well for my body, one of the things that I love about our products is that they are based on whole raw foods and not synthetics. So about 97% of the products on the shelf at the store are usually synthetics, and our products are from raw whole foods, except our collagen, which you'll hear more about in a little bit. This is my favorite product, and this is a bovine collagen. So the easiest way to kind of know if a product is synthetic is to look for vitamin C. And if it says ascorbic acid, that is lab-derived vitamin C. When you look at our products, our vitamin C comes from raw whole foods like acerola cherries. Our products are cruelty-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, which is really important to me, and sourced from the best ingredients. I know Chris is on here. Chris, do you want to just share why, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but do you want to just share why the quality of products from our company speaks volumes for you, and kind of introduce your background?
Yeah, sure. So my main background is in tech, but I've spent a long time in the supplements game as well. I used to be an affiliate marketer for supplements, and I was also a gym rat, so I was also taking everything to get those guns ready for summer, as it was, right? And when you're kind of into bro science and into the gym and into supplements and everything they push, Benny, it's nuts. There's so much synthetic stuff out there because it's cheap and easy to produce. They can produce it quickly. And so I've always learned to be very suspicious of supplements, and that's kind of where I came from. I even actually recently got a certification in as a supplement advisor as well, because I want to help separate fact from fiction with this stuff, because there's so much bro science out there and drives me nuts. But what I found amazing about Trinot's products is when I started to tear them down, because I go to the ingredients list and I research everything that's in these things. What sets them apart is that everything here is very, very high quality, and it's raw foods based, as you said. Nothing synthetic. There's no, it's paraben free and phthalate free. It's free of BHA. It's gluten free, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, anything like that. A lot of your vitamins and stuff are yeast raised as well. It's I want to say the purity of the products that Trinot offers, and the simplicity and the origins of the ingredients in the products, like, just blows me away. In the supplement world, you hardly ever see this. It is, and Trinot makes this transparency promise across everything. They're super transparent about what's in the products and what's not, and that's refreshing and almost amazing in this industry. So that's what really strikes me as amazing about Trinot, and it's why I love these products and why I never hesitate to recommend them.
I love it. And I just love hearing from, all different walks of life. We have associates that are teachers. We have associates that are from health backgrounds. We have associates that have engineering backgrounds, all over the place, moms like myself as well. So we're going to jump right in to our first line of products, which we call our core products. We're just going to go over a few of our top sellers, but also sort of the ones that we love the most tonight. And we're going to start with Enrich. Now, Enrich is one of my favorites, but it actually was a favorite of Trent first. So I'm going to pass it off to Trent, who's going to talk about Enrich as well as Gretchen.
Awesome. Thanks, Benny. And like Benny said earlier, within 2 weeks of taking this product, I had major results. So this is Enrich. It's a digestive enzyme with a pre and probiotic. It's got 11 different digestive enzymes that's going to break down your carbs, your fats, everything. So it's a fantastic product. What it did for me is I had chronic heartburn. So pretty much anything I ate, I had heartburn. Now, Benny's my partner, and when we first started dating, I would complain about heartburn, and I ate a lot of Tums. And she said, well, what gives you heartburn? So I started listing off foods, and I couldn't list off anything that didn't give me heartburn. Like cucumbers gave me heartburn. Glass of water would give me heartburn. And so I started taking this product because she heard that it helps with indigestion and that. And within a week or 2 weeks, I think, we were having dinner and we were having steak and wine, which are two huge triggers for me. And I didn't go and get Tums. And she's like, well, you haven't complained about heartburn for like a week. And I thought about it, and it was true. There was nothing happening for me. It was fantastic. And that was a year and a half ago. Now I've had heartburn maybe 5 times in that time because I've eaten too much and forgotten to take my Enrich. And it's just basically, it's gotten rid of it. And my digestion's better. I'm more regular than I used to be, or less regular, I guess would be a better way to put it. And just, I feel so much more energy for my food. So it's just an amazing product. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little demo on how it works. So we call this the pudding demo. So we've got a snack pack here. You can get this in the grocery store. It's a highly processed food. And what you don't know is, you know, natural foods have enzymes in them. Processed foods, as soon as you cook anything, it kills all the enzymes. So we're going to take this. And you can see this is just a regular pudding pack. I turn it upside down. It's not coming out. So we're going to put, whoa, that fell down and it didn't even fall out. So that's a good testament here.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Don't try this at home. So I put one of these in here, and I'm going to stir this around and give it a minute, and we'll see what happens. And in the meantime, I'm going to pass it on to Gretchen there, because I think she has some wonderful stories to tell about this product as well.
All right. Well, Trent is mixing that up. I've had some pretty amazing success with this little canister right here. So Enrich has done wonders for me on a huge level. Enrich and Zest were the first 2 products that I tried from Trinont. And I thought, what the heck, we'll try it, we'll see. Took a day for me to notice a difference. And that, first of all, just says how messed up my gut was. But in that amount of time, because of the combination of those products, I have started to heal my gut. My food doesn't get to leak out as much because it gets digested correctly. And I have those pre and probiotics. And with that being said, I have allowed my body to get the serotonin that's produced in your gut and the dopamine that's produced in your gut. Now it can actually get to my brain. So I have been able to lower my anxiety medication because my body is able to get what it naturally produces. And so I'm able to, kind of help my own self with what I'm supposed to be making and creating in my body. So huge deal. I switched doctors recently. My old doctor was on board with all of this. I switched doctors and she was like, wow, yeah, that's great. Absolutely. That's amazing. My integrative medicine doctor is so excited about these products and supports fully me taking these products because she is realizing how much good it is doing for my whole system. But guess what? There's one more part. I have a dog. I have 2 dogs here, and one of them has a very sensitive stomach. He gets sick very easily. And we have spent hundreds of dollars at the vet on things. And I sprinkle a little bit of Enrich on his food. And even traveling now, his digestive system can stay pretty status quo. He is a lot happier, a lot more successful in enjoying extra snacks and things like that. And of course, the vet has approved the product. I will say this. There is zinc in it, so we have to be careful how much zinc a dog gets. It interacts with them a little bit differently. So if you have a small dog, he's 90 pounds. He does not even get a full capsule every day. But just check with your vet for how much you could use. But between Enrich and Optimize, my dog at 11 and a half years old is young and healthy again. And so am I. So there you go. Back to you, Trent.
That's awesome. So I'm going to show you this. You can see it's like moving around here. This has been what, a minute and a half maybe? So I'm going to take this, I'm going to pour it into a glass. And you can look at that. Look how clean that comes out. I'm going to try that again. It just liquefies it. And just so you know, you're thinking to yourself, is it going to come out like that? No. So what it's going to do is going to break down all the nutrients that you eat into the smallest particles so your body can actually absorb everything you need. And it's going to do wonders. We've had team members that have had IBS and they feel better. We've had team members that have on the opposite end of the scale and can't go. Maybe they go once or twice a week, and now they go every day. And it's just, wherever you're at, it's good to have a healthy gut. And this is like the cornerstone of my health right now as far as supplements go. So I can't say any more about it. It's just an amazing product. So I can pass that off to Benny or maybe to Chris to talk a little bit more about that.
I think we're gonna
Oh,
keep going if
I-
that's okay. Oh, no, Chris, jump on in.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say really quick, sorry, Benny.
Yeah.
And the really cool thing about that, Trent, is that in that pudding, there are three kind of things. There's like fats and sugars and proteins as well. And Rich takes care of all of that. It also takes care of like breaking down hard fiber and cellulose. That it just kind of covers the entire spectrum of stuff that can really interfere with your gut. So, Benny, sorry. All yours.
No, that's perfect. Feel free to jump on in, you guys. And as Chris was saying, it is a full spectrum digestive enzyme as well as a pre and probiotic. If you're someone who doesn't have no known gut issues like myself, I was a little late to the Enrich party. I only started it probably 4 months after I started Trinont, and I've had a gluten intolerance since my 20s, and I can now tolerate gluten, but it's also going to help absorb those nutrients. So as I mentioned before, Trent and I are on a bit of a restart pivot with our health and back to just the basics, which is moving our bodies, whole foods, and our supplements. And I was in Mexico and it was a busy fall, and I'm already down 12 pounds just from doing all that. And Enrich is one I never miss. Is that 10 pounds, Trent? Yeah. So it's amazing when you're doing all the things and putting it all together and you have those supplements to support your health journey. So we're going to next go on to, it's actually our beauty line, but for me, this is my whole body line, and that is our Glow Collagen. This was the first product I tried. And like Gretchen was saying, I noticed a difference pretty immediately. And one thing that I will mention is I was actually on a different collagen, a few different collagens for 2 years. So I had more results with this liquid collagen in 2 weeks than I did in 2 years, which for me spoke volumes. This is a liquid collagen. It's grass-fed bovine, and collagen is the glue that keeps your body together. So the first thing I noticed with the collagen was my feet. So I had chronic plantar fasciitis because it was on and off, mostly on, for about 9 years. It was started when I was pregnant with my son and never kind of went away. And everything would aggravate it. The wrong shoes, the wrong walking surface. So now when I'm walking on cement or wearing a hard-soled shoe like my Blundstones, and I have zero pain. So I've had no plantar fasciitis since starting the collagen, but it's also for me been the gift that keeps on giving. So the next thing that I noticed was my hair, which you guys, I just made a hair appointment. I can't even get it all on the screen. It is so long, and just it's healthier than it has been in years. And I tried everything to grow my hair. I was doing oils. I was doing massages. I had at one point in time, I was watching TikToks and I ordered all these different things. And then I actually resorted to sort of some hair pieces to make my hair look fuller. So this has been a game changer for not only my overall joints, but also, you know, I'm in my 40s. I don't wear makeup, so I love that it also helps you glow. And what sets this one apart, and one of our good friends, Jen, who's a holistic nutritionist, she did the label comparison and she has kind of uncovered that this is about 10 times more potent than the stuff I was taking before. So no kidding, I'm noticing a difference. It also has 7 patents. So there's a lot of ingredients in here that are unique, including a clinical dose of biotin. hyaluronic acid, and then also an antioxidant formula, which, as we talked about before, is, oh my goodness, my Mac is going to die. Let me plug that in. Okay, I'm going to pass it over. Who wants to talk about collagen while I plug in my Mac? There we go. Wasn't far away. Whew.
I can talk about the collagen. It's changed my life completely. So,
Sure.
hi guys. Yeah, so I had a little list of things that I was really hoping the collagen would improve when I started on it, and absolutely for sure came to see those results. But I want to talk about how just my overall body, I knew it was sore, but there was so many things that I didn't even notice were worse than like the sore things were so sore that I forgot it wasn't normal to just hurt all the time, or like to just, for example, like stand up from sitting and be able to stand up and walk. Like I'm 37 now, so I was 36 when I found the collagen. And from the age of about 20 to 36, it was stand up and then like crippled over for the first 7 to 8 steps until I could be vertical and walking. And that's how my dad walks. So my dad's, 25 years older than me. And he has been like a sore man for as long as I can remember. And I feel like really, so I can get really emotional, but like that my kids won't have to see that happen to me. Like I'm the most similar of all the grandkids to my dad, and we have a very sore family. And so I kind of resolved myself to be like, life's going to suck real fast. And I had like, kind of like, I hope my feet hurt, and like specific areas of pain that I was really hoping to see improvements. And it's the overall being able to sit on the floor with the kids when the dog wants to go for a walk, not being like, kind of like I need to hype myself up. I can just jump up, chase her, and go do whatever I need to do. So for me, the quality of life that has come from collagen has been remarkable. I've had a scar that has gone from very prominent to very much blended in and dissipated. The list could go on. But I just think that you don't even know sometimes what's going to happen. And I will say, because some people are going to take it and have like after 2 weeks, life-changing stories. It took me like 3 months. And that's what I actually think is important, because I don't want anyone to try it for a couple weeks, months, think it doesn't work, because my body was so sore that it took a longer time to get to where some people might be at a 2-week or a 4-week mark. So to me, the Glow Collagen has been like amazing. I just got a shipment in this week and I was like jumping for joy. I just get so excited when it arrives. So that's my Glow story.
Oh my
Part of
God.
my Glow story. I get to go on and
I
on.
love it. And I think that's an important thing for us all to remember is our products are natural, but also everybody's bodies respond a little bit different to the products, which is why I love coming on these overviews and hearing everybody's different stories, because there may be somebody in your life that you think of and think, oh my gosh, that could help someone I know. So one of the reasons we need to supplement with collagen is we start losing collagen as we age, about 1% after our 20s, and supplementing with a good quality collagen. So Enrich and Collagen are two of our products that I personally think that everyone would benefit from. The one that goes really well with collagen, if you're somebody who has any pain, inflammation, some stuff going on in your body, is our Optimize. I've started taking this one every night, and it has, kind of like Shar was saying, over time, it has taken my overall body to the next level. It's a proteolytic enzyme. It's actually designed for pro athletes to get them on the field quicker. I know Jill gives it to her dog who has arthritis. So if you're 41 and feel like 80, this product is definitely a game changer. We're going to move on to our nootropics. Chris, do you want to talk a little bit about this and then pass it off to Jill, who's going to share?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm if my friend on Facebook, you might say I post about mushrooms a lot. I'm like an amateur mycologist. We like finding mushrooms in the wood because we're weird and antisocial like that. But I there's a lot of benefit, and finally some research starting into mushrooms and nootropics. And no, not the fancy magic mushrooms that y'all have out in BC and are fun to do stuff with. Like there's one in particular called lion's mane mushroom. And it grows in my area. Actually, you can harvest it from the woods if you want to. But one of the things I really like is that Vernant has a couple of products, in particular Focus and Replenish as well, which have mushroom components to them. I do want to talk about the Focus product really quickly, Benny, if that's okay. The way Trinont packages their products, I think, is really brilliant, actually, because they package them around a certain causality, which is really interesting. So Focus is essentially like a B complex, a B vitamin complex is what it is at the end of the day. It's got tremendous amounts of tons of B vitamins, B6 and B12, very important there, B7, B9, biotin, what is in there, folate, choline, lots of things like that. And B vitamins are important to metabolism in our body, but they're also really important for helping promote healthy brain activity, because what they do is they help promote the creation and maintenance of the chemical messengers that our brain uses. So B vitamins are really important. And if you got kind of IBS-ish issues like me, and you don't eat gluten and you don't eat a lot of grains and stuff like that, cereals and breads, at least in Canada and the US, I think as well, are fortified with B vitamins, because when they process wheat, they strip out all the good stuff and they try and chunk it back in. So if you don't eat grains and stuff a lot, you're probably B vitamin deficient, actually. So Trinont has taken this B complex, put it together to support mental health, also stuffed in some things in there like taurine as well, which is great for boosting energy and focus, but also put lion's mane mushroom powder and ginkgo leaf and other great nootropics in Focus. So you've got the benefit of the B vitamins, you've got benefit of plant-derived things in there as well. And I take Focus a lot. I've been taking actually larger doses of lion's mane mushroom on the side as well, just because my wife says my memory sucks, and she's probably right. But I love Focus as a product. I think it's packaged really, really well. It's really well designed for the purpose that it has.
Oh my gosh, amazing. And Focus is one that everyone in my family takes, including my 8-year-old. So I love that our products, we've talked a little bit about pets. We also, I love that a lot of us give these products to our children as well. So I love the Focus, and it goes really well with our nootropics. So we have 2 different products. We have a Mojo and a Zest. Throw in the comments if you are team Mojo or team Zest. I am actually a dual right now. So I have been a Mojo mama since the beginning, loved my coffee, never thought I would change to Mojo, and my energy increased tremendously. But right now it's really cold, and I've been mixing my Zest with herbal tea, and it has been quite lovely. I'm going to have Jill share, because you guys, I can still remember the first day Jill tried our nootropics and sent me a message, and she felt the difference right away. So I'm going to pass it to you, Jill.
Sure. So like you guys, I actually came for the glow, because like my hair was falling out, but the other product I was looking at was the nootropics, because I've been looking at a few different companies, because I have been a caffeine addict, sugar addict my whole life. There's nothing better in life than the first sip of a can of Coke, and I know that it's not good for me. So when the products came in, and I made a Zest, and I had just joined the gym, and I have the internal fight every day to go to the gym. Like, it's just, oh, so I made a Zest and I went to the gym, and I stayed at the gym for 2.5 hours. That has never, ever happened before. But not only that, when I came home, I was still riding high, and I decided it was time to clean the house. And if there is one thing I hate more than going to the gym, it is cleaning my damn house. But I came home and I was on a mission, and I didn't just like clean the house, guys. Like, this office I'm sitting in right now was downstairs. And in order to make this office come upstairs, we needed to move 3 rooms. And well, we did that, like throwing couches down the stairs, throwing desks up the stairs. And I think after about 8 hours of me spinning circles around the house, I sent Benny a message, and I'm like, what the fuck is in this stuff? I love it. It has changed my life. Now, saying that, like you were talking about Focus earlier, I have now integrated Focus into my life. I take 2 Focus every morning. when I have my morning mojo, because every morning I take my dogs outside and that's normally where I would have my first cup of coffee. And you call that your hug in a mug. And it really, really is. Like, if you don't have a mojo in the morning, life is not right. But when I go to the gym, then I take 2 boosts, which is incredible for anybody trying to reach a health goal. You take it an hour or so before you go to the gym. Now, I don't take my Zest as a pre-workout. I take it with me to the gym to keep me motivated while I'm there. And what I have found is the combination of the two. I wear my Fitbit every day. Measurable results from the first day. If I go on the elliptical for 30 minutes, my Fitbit says I've been on it for 50 or 55, which is freaking amazing. So nearly not a day goes by that I do not have a Zest. It, like you said, it's a hug and a mug in the morning, and this is the kick in the pants in the afternoon for me anyway, for me to conquer my entire day. And truthfully, I don't drink I have maybe 1 Starbucks a week now, and I was at least 1 or 2 a day. I do not drink pop anymore unless it's Friday night pizza night, because let's face it, a pop is still great with pizza. But I don't consume anything except for Mojo, Zest, and water.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I know there's a few other people on here that love their Zest and Mojo, but we are going to continue on to our last product before we talk about the business, and that is Transform. And Transform is a product that came out in October, and it is responsible for our very expanded growth this fall, which has come with a few bumps along the way as well. But we're going to share a little bit about what this product does. So this product is quite new to the health space. So one of the things Ternot also is committed to is disrupting the health space in a positive way. And this product has done just that. So it is an enzyme, and it converts, sorry, knock at the door. It is a product that converts sugar to fiber in the gut. It also has a grain of paradise, which is a powerful thermogenic, and those 2 things are the only thing in that product. I'm going to get Kim to come on and share her testimony on this one.
So it's not actually mine, it's my dad's. My dad is like the most stubborn person when it comes to taking anything that is not a doctor prescribed or somebody's like shoving it down his throat. So he's actually diabetic, lives in Colorado. So we catch up monthly phone calls. So in December on our call, he's telling me about circulation in his legs and how he's having like cold feet and this and that. And I'm like, okay, I'm sending you something. You're not going to ask questions. You're just going to take it. So our check-in last week, he's like, I'm getting feeling back in my feet. He's like, it must be that stuff that you sent me. And I'm like, okay, well, the next time you have a doctor check-in, take it with you, like make sure everything's checking out okay. But it's amazing that something that he's been struggling with for however long is slowly righting itself. And it's plant-based. You know what I mean? Like there's no synthetic drugs. Like it's a plant-based product, and it's improving the quality of his life. Now, I'm also taking it as well. And like I find I do have better energy, less brain fog, like a little bit of weight reduction here and there. That's not my main goal. I don't want to get into the diabetic range. So for me, it's more of a preventative. And that's my main focus with taking it.
Amazing. Thank you, Kim. And I think one of the most amazing things about, this opportunity to share with people is making a difference for your friends, your family, people in your community, that it's improving their quality of life. Is there anyone else who wants to quickly come off and share about Transform before we? Yes, Jill, come on back.
Kim, I dare you that my father is more of a curmudgeon than yours. My dad is a retired nurse from years ago. So the only thing he believes is a doctor, and he has been diabetic for over 30 years. And my whole mission about a year and a half ago, I started it was time for me to take care of myself because I was not healthy. I was at least 85 pounds heavier. My blood work was a mess. And I have been borderline pre-diabetic since I had my son 15 years ago, because that was the first time they really ever took my blood work. I had gestational diabetes, and I've always been in the warning zone. I had to take insulin with my daughter. I had to do all the classes, and I'm always in the warning zone or pre-diabetic. So I started to take Transform, I guess, in October. And I had blood work just before that, and my sugar again was in that warning zone, not quite there. And then I went back, I guess, in January, and I had been on it for 2 months. So I initially lost 10 stubborn pounds that, I felt like I had reached a plateau, and I came down 10 pounds quite quickly. Now, since then, I have not lost very much weight, but I will say that I measured just about a week ago, and even though I haven't lost weight, my hips are down 4 inches from where they were before. But that's not the magic of it. When my blood work came in for the first time in my adult life, I had regular blood sugar, which is that was the whole reason I started this health mission. And by taking this enzyme, it has just totally game changed. My doctor's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I take amazing supplements, and now I don't need to take your drugs. So that was my share, because I can't believe how much it changed my blood work in 2 months.
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Jill. This is an amazing product. So there might be one of the products that you heard of tonight. We started with the Enrich. We talked about the Glow Collagen. We talked about the Focus. We talked about the Mojo, Zest, and Transform. And I don't know about anybody else, but every time I'm on one of these calls, I think of someone else, whether it's a family member or a friend that you could make a difference with and really increase their quality of life. So we're going to talk a little bit about the business side of Ternot, and I'm going to share my screen and pass it over to Shar in a minute. I shared a little bit earlier tonight. Where's my share screen button? That I've been in the industry for 9 years, and I have had the privilege of working alongside Charlotte for 8 of those, well, pretty much the whole time. We have been business buddies. We have been mom friends, even though we're across the country. And she loves talking about the business side of things. So I'm going to get you to jump on. The first thing I just want to tell everyone is Trent and I realized that it's our Jeep-iversary. So we have had our Jeeps now for this is like a 1-year anniversary for us that Ternot has been paying us to drive our Jeeps. So from my level at Pearl as and above, that's $640 a month. So Ternot has paid $7,680 towards my Jeep, and then combined both our Jeeps over $15,000. So for 2 single parents, that is absolutely amazing. And this is our first kind of leadership rank of Jade. I'm going to pass it over to you, Shar. Do you want me to put it to the next slide, or do you want me to take it off screen?
Yeah, sure. You can put it to the next slide. I love my Jeep though. I could talk about that all day. But yeah, go ahead to the next one. Yeah, you can what I really love about the business compensation plan is that you can come in here and you can definitely be casual. You can sell to your friends and family and do your own thing. But if you also want to come in and make money, you can come in and start right away. There's a lot of companies where it takes a while to build up, whereas here you're going to be able to share either by growing a team or growing your customer base. And I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but if you were to come in, work with your leader, that's someone who's going to work with you hand in hand, you can hit those ranks. The last slide that Benny just had on was over $1,200 for Canadians in the first month. So that's incredible. So you can see here, this is our compensation plan. And what I really love is that in this business, again, same, screenshot it if you're curious about all this, and we can double back for more in-depth details. But in this type of business, you get to choose when you want a promotion, you get to choose when you want a rank advance, you get to choose your pace. And there are so many jobs where your opportunity for growth is determined by those around you, what your boss sees in you or doesn't see in you. You know, we have a lot of people on our teams who work really hard and though have a cap. And so I know Benny and I and a lot of the people that we work with on our team, one of the things that brings us back to network marketing over and over and over again is that there's no glass ceiling. There's no one here telling you you are worth this much money a month to us as a company, and that's what we're going to provide to you. So for me, as a single mom, and Benny as well, same thing. That's been incredible to say, hey, I'm going to try to do life a little different than how I thought it was supposed to go. And part of that is also, you know, I know her parents are working hard workers, mine, same thing. It's like you had that 9 to 5 expectation growing up that in order to be successful, you have to work a certain way. And I love that I can be home after school. Well, I wasn't on for the first 10 minutes of this meeting because I was down the road picking up from basketball. You know, you can be a flexible worker the way you want to be. So as you can look and see, you can make a little bit of money right up straight through making thousands, you know, multiple $1,000s a month in our Diamond program and above. And it's just the same thing, no matter what level you're working at. Connecting with customers, helping people with their products, and building a team along the way. Or there's 2 different ways to do that. So building customers and building a team. Betty, feel free to add anything that you wanted specific there.
I think that's great. I think we just want to give a bit of a snapshot for people who are curious about the business side of things. As I mentioned before, my career of 10 years was social services, and I switched over to direct sales. So one of my favorite things about this industry is you don't need a certain type of education. You could be any walk of life, live anywhere. We have our businesses open and we have team members in the US like Gretchen who's here. We have team members in the UK. We've just launched to a few other companies as well. And if you are an associate who's on, I'd love for you to just take a look at these ranks and see where you are and see where you'd like to go. It is a new year and it's a new year and you can really kind of put any goal that you want down on paper and work towards it. And I think Shar and I are both here as people who have done this a very long time. And we've seen such amazing things happen, not only for ourselves, but other people in this industry. So I just really want to thank everyone for coming tonight. We record all our calls. So if you would like to share this with someone, please pass it along. And I just want to take a minute to thank each and every one of you who came on tonight and shared with us. And if you're somebody who is considering being a customer or a team member, we look forward to getting to know you better. So good night, everybody.
Thank you.